Well, hello there, it's Kriint and welcome to another speed build. And if you watched the last week's speed build, then you know that this speed build is a wedding venue, and you can probably tell by the title and the thumbnail. But hey, so last week I did. Oh my god, I want to scratch. Sorry. That's better. That's weird. I'm weird. So let's get to the point. Last week, if you saw, I did a speed build on a cave. A speed build on the cave. I did a restaurant in a cave. And because it was looking so fancy, I thought that, you know what? You know how you get into wedding venues and they have a restaurant? Like after the wedding, you go into a restaurant for the reception. Then I thought, we cannot go into a reception, and that's annoying. So I felt like, you know what, let's incorporate into one big venue the reception and the wedding. So this is what this build is about, and because this area, Windenburg, has freaking amazing sky, and I love stars, I just made this entire thing to be looking as good as possible with, you know, the whole map, to be able to see, you know, the stars or the light and the whole sky from every single direction. And I have my window open, so if you hear wildlife and I don't know, city sounds, please excuse that, because, well, I don't want to close it. I just don't want. I don't want. So, as I told you, this is a big venue. I had trouble deciding how exactly I wanted it to be, because I knew, like at first I knew that I wanted a nice big like space up there to be able to see the stars and, you know, everything around in the city while they're getting married. And then I wanted to have two different staircases, like maybe three different. One for the people, the visitors, the guests. Guest is the word that I'm looking for. The guests of, you know, the wedding. And then I wanted a different one for the groom and the bride. And then I wanted a different one again for the staff members. But I couldn't fit them. I couldn't possibly fit them. And you will see me struggling for so long to find something that remotely works and doesn't look stupid. It was very annoying. Let me tell you, it was very annoying. Yeah, as I told you, city sounds. I'm sorry. I don't know. I feel like you could probably hear that. It was quite loud. So yeah. I don't know, I tried to make it work as good as possible because, oh my god, can't that dog stop bark though? It's annoying. Does shush though? No. Jeez, that's annoying. Let's hope that that won't sound that clearly, because then I will have to redo that, and to be honest, I don't really want that. So yeah, what I was talking, about staircases. And as you will see, and as you already saw a bit, it took me quite a while to figure out what I wanted to do with the stairs, because it was a weird shape. Like, it was not a weird shape for the stairs, but then I wanted 3 different staircases. So I decided to, you know what, geez, dog, stop, to settle down with 2. One for the staff and one for the guests. And the reason why I wanted 2 different is because this building has 4 floors, and I wanted it to have 4 floors because I feel like, you know, in the 3rd floor and in the 4th floor you will have such an amazing view of the city. So this is what I did. And in the 2nd floor that does not have any windows, it is the floor that the staff goes there. So basically we have the 1st floor, who has a very big, it has many windows. It gets a plenty sunlight there, so that was very nice. And there is the reception, basically, where you can sit, and if you don't want to like use it as a wedding venue, I will explain how that will work because I did test it out. You can still use it as a normal, what is the word? Restaurant, and it is very fancy as a restaurant, like extremely fancy. So there's that. So you have here the reception, and then in the back you have toilets, because let's be honest, you might want to pee until by the time that the receptionist, the host gets you a table. So yeah, there are the toilets there, and they are the staircases on the back for the second floor where the staff works. The entire second floor has extra bathrooms only for the guests of the wedding and the customers of the restaurant, and then it has a big kitchen and sitting area for the workers. So that makes sense. I gathered all of my inspiration from the internet for that build. There is a funny thing. So I've done in the previous pack, Romantic Garden, was it? I think it was Romantic Garden. I did a garden wedding venue, and then this pack comes around and I do a restaurant wedding venue, modern one. And I was like, really? Am I doing again a themed build, a wedding venue? Like, for real now? This is what I decided to do? Like, really? And I was like, that can be like a theme. When a new pack gets released, I can do a wedding venue. And then I was like, yeah, but what about kids stuff? Like, if I would release like a wedding venue for kids, wouldn't that be so strange? So yeah, I don't know what type of build I will do for the kids stuff. But, so yeah, no idea. I'm hoping that I won't do a wedding venue like. So for the I dropped something. So for the Romantic Garden stuff pack, I did a garden wedding venue that will be linked down below, or during the end there will be like in the outro, so you can watch it there if you do want to. And I gathered all my inspiration over the internet. I basically searched for wedding venues, garden wedding venues previously, and I created a board on Pinterest just to have them all, in a nice location, because I feel like when I put them on Pinterest, then I can, watch them on my phone, and I don't have them on my PC constantly. Like, they don't take space. So I did a board back then, and I enjoyed it. So I was like, let's do it again. So I searched modern wedding venues and modern receptions, and it was hard to find the exterior of a modern wedding venue, and that one is specifically based on another that I found that I felt like it was nice. So yeah, sorry. So I created that board, and I saved like all of the photos that I gathered inspiration from, and I forgot to make the board private. I was like, I went on Pinterest the next day to start creating it, and I saw like a whole, I don't know, heart, what it is on Pinterest. I don't use it. I only use it for that reason. From my cousin. And I'm like, oh shit. And then I go over at Facebook, because I don't use Facebook, to be honest. Like, I just have it to keep in touch when people want to find me, and previous friends that want to find me. This is the only way, and also because it sings the games that I play. Let's be honest here. So yeah, that's the only reason that I use it. And she sent me, and we haven't talked for 3 years. She's like, are you getting married? That's exciting. I'm like, fuck? Yeah, it was weird. So I'm like, let's just hide from everyone. It was weird. It was weird. It was weird. So I really messed that up. Yeah, because I'm not getting married. Like I'm nowhere close to get married. So yeah, that was weird. And I really wanted to share that with you because why not? I mean, it's a 20-minute video. What do you think that I will talk for? The build? That would be crazy. Okay, let's talk about the build, Salvo. As you saw, I already did the bathrooms. I did the bathrooms on that floor, and I am not sure if I'm done with them, to be honest. I don't recall. Basically, there are 2 big bathrooms, and I gathered my inspiration not from photos. Like I did not search on Google bathroom wedding venue. But no, I did not search that. When my aunt and uncle, like I don't call her aunt, got married a few years ago, and my cousin, my uncle, was getting remarried. We went to the wedding. I was 15, she was 18 or something. I don't recall. We went to the wedding, and we're both like very kind of private people, me and my cousin. So her family is very open, very like loves to dance and stuff, and we're not like that. Like just leave us alone. So her father, my aunt's father, yeah, I don't know what it's called. Ooh, I knocked off the phone, the microphone, good. He was all constantly like, come and dance, and we're like, no, and we're like, in a bit. So what we did, because nobody wanted to dance, like me, not her, we went and hid in the toilets. So I gathered my inspiration from those toilets, and you will see that I plopped seats there because it had seating, and we were so happy about the fact that it had seating there because we could sit. And no one would think to look at the women's toilet like, come on, you're in a wedding. Like, even if someone came around, we'd be like, yeah, okay, we're coming back in a few. So yeah, we sat there and hid for about 45 minutes, and I felt like, you know what would be fun? To actually do the same thing here, to create the bathrooms as a space for people to hide and not be there, basically. I don't know, I felt like that was a good idea. Don't ask me stuff. Don't ask me. So this is where the toilets are inspired from. You're welcome. I have social anxiety, so I don't like to dance and be the center of attention. And you will notice the toilets weren't symmetrical. Basically, the women's toilets were a bit bigger than the men's, and because when you go into fancy venues, you see fancy toilets, right? Come on, that's kind of like a rule. And it is nice when you go into fancy venues and see changing tables for babies, even though we don't have babies and we don't have like changing tables. So I created one in the women's bathroom, even though, to be completely honest with you, I didn't really want to only put it in the women's bathroom. And the reason because is, come on, what if you're a single dad or whatever? You need to have like a changing thing into men's bathroom. And I've seen many times men changing into, you know, the babies into women's bathrooms, and I feel like so bad for them because they feel so bad about themselves. So yeah, I wanted to have that, but I could not fit it. So there's that. So here is like the reception area. I think I already did that. Am I done? No, I'm not. I'm definitely not done. And I took a lot, and I cannot keep track on the video. So I added plenty tables just to, you know, accommodate every guest, or every guy would come to eat there. And you know how the wedding venues change when someone get married, like they add stuff and they remove stuff just to make it look like the theme of the wedding. I felt like, because I wanted it to be a wedding venue, and when you do a wedding, like in the sense you don't care to go and decorate, let's be honest, the wedding venue. I've said so many times in this wedding venue, it's annoying. I decided to go with green, because at first I felt like yellow or something like that, but then I felt like it's way too bright for a wedding, and I totally didn't want to go with pink or purple, because I feel like these colors, I just hate these colors. So I went with green for reasons, and I felt like I put the colors in green, and I put the lights on the way to the thing that they get married at in green, so to accommodate the wedding. And the idea that changes with the type of wedding or the wedding theme that the bride and the groom go with. So yeah, something that it's all forgot to say, and I really want to say it. Like, there are two things. As you can see here, you will see those two letter signs and then the two hearts. I feel like, how you go in weddings and they have like photos or baby photos, like from the bride and the groom, or photos together, and they have like fancy signing with their names. I felt like, because that wall was so empty, these signs can like represent the names of the Sims getting married. And oh my god, this dog hasn't stopped barking. Oh, annoying. So I felt like, putting them to make them look like the names of the people getting married, and putting hearts so it can be a bit more like visible to the people who haven't watched this video, and to make a bit more sense. So yeah, another thing that I haven't talked about and I will totally forgot, and I really want to say it. In the kitchen, which is in the second floor, I added pictures on the walls, because in many super fancy that like a top chef cooks there, or not necessarily, they have, honestly, no, my neighbors got the vacuum. Oh gosh, that's annoying. They have like photos to make sure that the dish that you're going to be presented will look exactly the same, like the basil will go exactly there in the plate, so you cannot change that. So that's the reason why I thought they would be cool, and also they would kind of fill the walls. So yeah, plus as I was talking before about the baby photos and photos together, I felt like in the room that they are getting married, I wanted to put pictures of Sims, but I felt like doing that would mean that if you get married there, and let's be honest, if you're a bit like romantic and goofy, you wanna take pictures of your Sims getting married, and come on, like, you want it to look good. So having pictures of different Sims, it would look kinda stupid, and we don't have like cute frames with custom photos or whatnot. I don't know. I just plopped, a pear and an apple. Good. So the room that they're getting married, I honestly didn't know what to actually do, and that is because I had no idea. So I tried to make it look like a bit more romantic, and in candles and stuff, so I can make it look good and a bit more private, and then to have the party downstairs. So basically, if you do download that, and if you like and you want to download it, you can visit it even if your Sim is not getting married. Basically, you can use it as a normal restaurant to just go and visit it, or you could possibly just use it as a wedding venue. If you do want to use it as a wedding venue, there are a few things that you need to take into account. The wedding, like the venue, won't be empty. There will still be a host, there will still be the waiters and everybody else. If you want to use the tables, you can only just order stuff. Basically, you can just get your scenes to sit down and eat by using it as a normal restaurant. So you need to ask for a table. Like, you can easily ask for a specific table. There is no reason to not do that. How your guests are going to sit down, I don't really know if they can. I'm not sure if they can get a table. So just to be sure, hire a waitress, not a waitress, a chef. I'm not sure. I know that you can easily use that as a wedding venue, and that is the important thing. Like, come on, who cares about the guests? And they can easily dance, which is again the important thing, and they can easily drink, which is again the important thing. So yeah, if you want to have like a golden wedding thing, you can easily do that. So yeah, another thing to take into account, if you do download that in the gallery, the building is rotated. Basically, I posted it on the other side rather than the one that you're currently seeing it. And the reason why I did that is because the photos weren't looking that good. And I know that there is a program that you can change the photos, but I don't want to use that because they sometimes appear as CC. So I don't want to use this in my content, and generally I don't want to use CC. I'm a CC snob. No, I'm not. So here are the screenshots. You will see that they will basically go from the bottom to the top, obviously, but I will skip the second floor, not entirely. Basically, you will see the part where the wedding happens and where the visitors have access, and then you will see where the staff goes to. So keep that in mind. And yeah, that's all for this build. If you want to download it, of course, there will be, as always, a link in the description down below that will take you to the gallery's website, and you can search my username, which is this one, the exact same as here. So you can easily search that and you can find it and you can download it. And that spot there that I totally forgot to mention is a spot for you to take the ideal pictures as a wedding, as a groom and a bride. So yeah, I took that into account because, come on, we all want perfect wedding photos for our scenes. Let's just be honest, we all want that. There's nothing for us to hide. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. But I messed up. Why? Just why? Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you will have an amazing day. Take care. Bye.